Hashtag We Gamma Math. We are in our weekly highlights and our data roundup, and we're specifically focusing on our lower school this week, February the 11th, 2019. We're going to jump back into what we did last week. Just some data that was in the pipeline. Anything in green means that it is new or upcoming. I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Russo. Look at that will and that mastery. Keep pushing it, my love. You are doing an awesome job, as well as others. Keep pushing it. So, spotlight from week 23. Last week, I focused on our lower school. I gave you all the opportunity. Just let me know what's happening in each one of your levels. And I know that Allison did some work, as well as Robinson, throughout the week with the stations. On Friday, I wrapped it up with Russo and Williams. Here, we can see some footage, and if you have time, please go and visit this footage and see how Russo rolled out the 3 stations. She did digital peer collaboration with an exit ticket and teacher with small group. Also, one thing I want to shout out both Russo and Williams for is they've started fluency at the beginning of their class, jump starting with Russo. She did fluency drills, so she gives them homework throughout the week to learn their prime numbers, because it's not in the Eureka content, but it is an IA question, and it has come up over the last 3 years. So she makes sure that they do that, and then on Friday she does a do now quiz for prime numbers. And so check her out for those 3 stations, and look at some of these footages and clips about how she does prime number fluency. Williams and Brian, they are daring as well. They did 2 to 3 stations, primarily 2 stations most of the time. It became 3 towards the end when Preston did a teacher with small group for students who needed more time and more help and support. He also did integer fluency with bingo, which was an awesome game. The students loved it. And he incorporated fluency around decimals and fractions. He created the boards with specific numbers, and I'm sure that was generated from online. Then he had his questions, and students had to work out the problem first in order to mark their answers. Some of the things that we've learned so far with these blended learning models with the intervention stations that you all have created from January 25th is that in Russo's, in the peer collaboration station, just make sure that you are providing access to the key and that the students are aware of that. And that in the digital station, students know why and what they are working on. So they should be able to speak to, where does this data come from? Why am I being strategic about what I'm actually going over, and what am I actually going over? So most of the students were able to speak to some components of that, but let's make sure that they're empowered to know everything it is about their data. Williams, also, we had some students in Williams that have already mastered everything in the digital station. So this is the time to bring out that think through math. We have a student in Williams' class that's on 7th grade track. In Ms. Russo's class, they're on the 6th grade track because they finished all of 5th grade. So let's just make sure that we're giving our students a challenge. If they've mastered everything, keep pushing them. Don't make them go back and redo something that they've already done, unless they just need to brush up because it was introduced so early in the class. But you know your students. Exit ticket trackers. Russo has become our exit ticket master. Let me tell you why. She puts the exit ticket, the focus teak. She goes in and she gives the quiz. She put what the original mastery was, and then she'll go back when she is going to remaster, and she'll put in what that amount was after they remastered. So I see that a lot of people are putting in the data, so I want to give kudos to that. Just make sure that you're not missing those percentages where we capture where they started and how they've grown, and make sure that you're including the teaks and how you plan to address it, especially if you see a lot of red in your data. You want to make sure that you're accounting for how you're going to address the data. Last but not least, we have a full week coming up in my absence. I will be out of town. I'm currently in Austin, Texas from Monday through Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, I'm taking off personal days. February the 13th is a data day for you all, and you will collaborate with Liberation. More than likely, you'll do it at Liberation, I believe, this time, but stay tuned for those final details. Interim assessment 3 is February the 25th through March the 1st. So please make sure we're not taking off on those days, as that will not be approved unless it's extenuating circumstances. March the 4th and 5th, we're going to do March Madness. Stay tuned for that. March 6th through 8th, I am out again and that'll be my last time, prayerfully, that I'm out of town. I might have visits at other sites for the Blended Learning Initiative, but I shouldn't be out of pocket like I have been lately. And let's stamp this with our mission. I know that a lot of O3s have gone with and collaborating to support me, so please make sure you're being present for those meetings. But let's stamp our mission. We said, and you all developed this mission. Our mission is to provide students with an opportunity to excel academically, because we're going to build their critical thinking skills. We're going to utilize research-based practices, and we're going to ensure that all students receive an equal and ample opportunity to learn. Guys, I'm so proud of all the hard work you all are doing. I have the best team in Sunnyside, the best team in Houston, the best team in Texas, the best team in the whole wide world, including the galaxy. Y'all are amazing, and I just need y'all to know that I appreciate every single thing that you all do. Keep rocking it out. If you need me, I will do my very, very, very best to support as much as I possibly can. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I look forward to working with you all digitally and throughout the day.